thank you for subscribing to Podcast One Premium.
Yeah, man, get it on. Got to get on. No choice but to get on mandate. Get it on. And thanks for joining us. Now, what you're going to hear in a second is the show out of London. It was really cool. Got up there with Willy T. Ribbs. You know him from the Paul Newman documentary. First brother ever drive over at Indy. And man, was this guy good on stage. So that is coming. First, little business. And thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thanks for supporting our sponsors. Thanks for supporting good companies like Simply Safe. Think about a little home security? No better time than now. Yeah, FBI says the break-ins skyrocket during the summertime. Well, you don't have to worry about that. You get Simply Safe. 2 eyes. Simply Safe. I put together a little package for you. Motion detectors, glass break sensors, everything you need. And monitoring 24/7. Right now, you get $100 off the complete protection for your home. It's a package that I put together, handpicked by moi. No long-term lock-in contracts, no big-time commitments. It's inexpensive and it's good. We have it. I have it. Dawson has it. Mike August has it. SimplySafeAdam.com. Get $100 off my handpicked security package. SimplySafeAdam.com. And now that everything's buttoned up at the house, we can start focusing on our small business. ZipRecruiter. Hiring? Posting in one place? Not enough. No. You need to hit all the top job sites. ZipRecruiter. Post to 100-plus job sites, including Facebook, Twitter. Just do it in one click. Save time. Save money. Find candidates, any city, any industry, nationwide. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter what your business is. Find them at ZipRecruiter. Use ZipRecruiter. Used by over 400,000 businesses. You don't have to juggle phone calls or emails. As qualified candidates just start rolling in. Try ZipRecruiter for free. How can you do better than that? Go to ZipRecruiter.com/Adam. ZipRecruiter.com/Adam. And last but not least, Roundup. Max Control 365. Love this stuff. Yeah, just finished up my backyard. Want to enjoy it. Don't want the weeds jumping everywhere. Roundup. Max Control 365. Where do I draw the line? Let's see. What's been bothering me lately? I don't like it. I'm trying to think. My car, I shut it off, can't roll the window up. I don't like that. I remember reading a magazine article about a Mitsubishi from like 1987, and it gave you 30 seconds. Because when you have kids, they roll the windows down in the back, and then you shut the car out, and you start getting out of the car, and then it's like, I got to turn the car, fire up the car. That's where I draw a line. I want that 30-second thing that Mitsubishi Starion had way back in the day. Anyway, I don't know why that popped into my feeble mind. Where are we? Patios. They're made for cooking out, having a good time. One spray, the Roundup Max Control 365 gives you 365 days of weed-free relaxation time. So safe for kids, safe for pets. Get some hammock time in. That's Max Control Roundup. Max Control 365, everybody. All right, live shows. Friday, Treasure Island. Frank Mears going to be with us. It's a live podcast. Gene will be there. Bald will be there. Everyone hangs out after shows and signs autographs and takes pictures. So come on out. Kick some tires. See how the fudge is packed. And for crying out loud, Lynette's show. Where's she going to be? That's Saturday. This Saturday. Exposition Park. Over 100 vendors. Food, drink, endless rant, mangria. It's all going to be there. Go down, say hi to her and Stephanie. That is, you can get your tickets, by the way, at lafoodfest.com. That's lafoodfest.com. All the live shows, all the books, all the hats, all the limited edition, this and that, and the T-shirts. It's all at adamcarolla.com. Including our very limited hat. Don't do your best, do my best. They put it on a hat. It looks spectacular. Go check it out. All right. Without any further ado, let's enjoy London Town.
Live from the Leicester Square Theatre in London, this is the Adam Carolla Show. Adam's guest tonight, Willy T. Ribbs. Plus, A London round of What Can Adam Complain About and Know Your Locals. And now, here to clear up the whole Brexit mess, Adam Carolla!
Yeah, get it on, man. Got to get it on. No choice but to get it on. Mandate, get it on. Thank you so much for coming out. Sorry for the late start. We just dragged our fucking sorry asses in from Heathrow. Jesus Christ, what's going on in this town? We flew in from Ireland. By the way, they hate your guts there. I said, I'm going to London tomorrow. They're like, whoa, fuck them now. And I was like, what's the big whoop? And they're like, we hate those guys. But then I thought, you guys are too big to hate them, right? Yeah, you know, yeah, I know. All right, fuck them. But what I'm saying is like, isn't it better to just kind of go like when Ireland is like, fuck you guys, you're like, who are you guys again? I live in California, and we have a little island that's about 26 miles away off the coast called Catalina. You guys been to Catalina? You been to Los Angeles? Been there? You've been there? The dapperly dressed man has been there. I'm saying, like, I live in L.A. If everyone in Catalina was like, fuck those guys in California, I'd be like, you guys don't even have cars. You have golf carts. Like, fuck, I don't even know who you are. Why are we even engaging in this dialogue right now? We don't know who you are. So that's the way. I was up front with them in Ireland. I said I was going to come over here and talk about what douchebags they were. And, to give the devil their due, they got it. All right, so we flew in from Ireland about a half hour ago. We landed, we sped here. You guys all know who Willy T. Ribbs is? He's the guy featured in my Paul Newman documentary, and then the next documentary we're going to do, or the one after the next one. The next one is Le Mans and Ferrari and Ford versus Ferrari at Le Mans. But Willy T is going to be the next one because Willy T was the first African-American driver to ever drive at Indianapolis at the 500, and a lot of controversy. Imagine being a black dude in the 80s trying to break into NASCAR. So Willy will come out in a couple of few, and we'll get into a lot of racing stories. Also, I think he started out here in Formula Ford or Formula something, Formula 2, Formula Atlantic, something with a formula in front of it. So we'll get to that. Do we have, just for those of you who aren't familiar with Willy T., do we have that clip, Chris? I put together a little package on the plane, just a kind of little hero montage, just to kind of get you up to speed, pardon the pun, on who Willy T is. And do you have that, Chris? Yeah. All right, let's just roll that. It's 60 seconds. You guys can get hip to Willy T.
There is no sport more exciting than racing. This is the next best thing to heaven.
That's my move. He copied my move with that foot shuffle.
Willy T. Ribbs staring into history. Ribbs made history, becoming the first black driver to tour the circuit.
All right, so that man will be up on this stage in a couple of few. Now, if you don't turn the lights on, you're never going to find Willy. Well, I'm being pragmatic. I'm not being racist. They're stealthy that way. All right. Before we bring Willy out, I thought we'd do a little What Can Adam Complain About? Little UK edition, if that'd be all right with you. So you guys just shout out whatever it is you think I can't complain about. Goodwood Festival speed. So the Goodwood Festival. All right. So we know the Goodwood Festival? Yeah, okay, good, because I come from California to see the Goodwood, and I run into people from London, and they go, What festival? No, I don't go to gay bars. I don't know what you're talking about. And then I get fucking rip shit at all of them. Goodwood Festival Speed is awesome. Well, actually, I just drove Paul Newman's car there about 3 or 4 days ago up Lord March's driveway. He has a driveway that's worth more than all the homes that the Carollas have ever purchased combined, by the way, which is not a good sign. What I can complain about, however, is Newman's car was out here in the UK. I just bought it sight unseen, and I said I'll just drive unseen up Lord March's driveway at Goodwood. And then the next question was always, well, you're going to fit in the car, because Paul was a sort of diminutive dude, and I'm sort of a tall glass of water, I think they called me back in the States. And tap water, though. I said, yeah, I think I can fit in his car. And I got in his car, and everything seemed to go pretty well. And then a couple days later, I was in the bathroom checking myself out in the nude, as I'm apt to do. And I did not shower. I've not showered. I left. I swear to God, it's so sad. We left on Sunday, a week ago Sunday, and we're going to leave tomorrow morning, and I've not hit a shower yet. And I should get some kind of fucking rebate from every hotel I stay in. Come on, kick some back. All right, I may have smoked in the room, but I didn't shower, so come on. I think we're even now. I thought I fit just fine in Newman's car, and then I had this little thing. I'm just going to pull my shirt up and show you a little shot of wherever. Can you see? Yeah, you see I got a hairy ass too, but whatever. There was some part of Paul that was pinching me while I was driving the car, saying you're going too slow. So the hill climb was awesome. The event was awesome. Willy will tell you how exciting it is to drive a 750 horsepower car with one big turbo on it in the rain with slicks up some driveway you've never heard of before. So that was engaging. We got another thing to complain about. Wimbledon. All right. I've never been to Wimbledon. I'm never gonna go. I don't get it. But I will say this. I was watching a little bit of it the other day. Can we find a place to put the fucking tennis balls? The chicks have to shove them up their coos every time. They're like, oh, geez, I faulted on that. Where is it? My pussy, my asshole. Like, where's that? Can they put a pocket in those skirts? They have skirts. Like, we have pockets now. Or what do we have a ball boy for? Can we have a guy just ferry the ball out to the chick? The chick's always reaching up her underpants. I think they tuck the ball in their underpants in between. Well, first off, I don't know why you need an extra ball. Like, to me, that just says you're going to fail on your first serve. Like, I'd just go out there with one ball, and someone would go, you want a second ball? And I'd go, fuck no, I don't need a second ball. I'm going to ace this serve. This is a golden ball. And they go, yeah, but you should have a spare to shove up your ass. And by the way, I don't think I could serve very well with a ball up my ass. The guys go out there in shorts, and they give them pockets, and they put the balls in their pockets. But it's a weird thing. Like, is there any other sport like baseball or football or soccer or your soccer or our football or whatever you call it, where they go, you're going out in the field and they go, hold on, what's that? Take an extra ball with you. I'm just going to play soccer carrying an extra ball. You know, if it goes up in the stands, or we're playing hockey and the puck goes up in the stands, you have an extra ball. Just tuck the puck up your ass. I don't get how they can play on grass with out cleats. That's always confusing to me. I don't get why everyone cares. I do like that the trophy's a giant shield or something you can eat crab off of. I do like that. I like that it's not a cup. It's not really a trophy. It's more something you'd hit with a huge baseball bat to let people know it was time to eat. I like that. I don't like the fact that there's a Wimbledon and a Wembley stadium, because there's a Wembley and a Wimbledon, right? Yeah, and every time I'm in America and I hear that you pick up U2 is playing Wembley, I always go, the tennis place? It's confusing to ugly Americans who don't really pay attention. But no, don't care about tennis. I like the fact that the chicks grunt. But I was watching them, and they're like grunting when they're warming up. They're grunting when they're doing the backhands. They do the volley. They grunt. Like the chicks the chicks grunt more than the dudes grunt, right? Yes? Yeah, okay. Which I sort of appreciated, and then it got annoying. There's a couple of reasons. First off, I found myself watching it in my den, and my wife was in the other room, and all she was hearing was, oh, ooh, ah. So she, naturally she assumed I was beating off watching Wimbledon. But then the other thing is, I watched I was, but I didn't want to advertise what I was doing. The other thing, I did take note, though. It's an interesting thing. These guys have what, a 4-ounce, 3-ounce tennis ball coming their way, and they hit it back, and they make all the fucking noise in the world. And then you turn to the next channel, and they got the strongman competition, and the guy has picked up like the front end of a school bus, and he's walking it down a country road. He's not making any noise at all. This guy literally just did a keg toss where he chucked a keg. And by the way, I don't approve of tossing kegs. I don't like it. I don't care if they're fucking filled with sand. I don't like the message it sends to the kids. Hey, what's this keg doing here? I don't know. Throw it over the fence. I don't need some guy named Magnus busting up my kegger. But the dude named Magnus makes little to no noise throwing an 80-pound keg or 30-kilo, what the fuck? Can't you guys just come over to Standard, man? It'd be so much easier. This guy's chucking a 35-kilo keg over his head and makes the exact same sound that the chick with the eating disorder, the blonde waif model from Croatia, makes hitting a 3-ounce ball back over a net. That's bullshit, man. Other than that, I have no feelings about it. European Union. Oh, boy, this is touchy because it's going to split the group 51-49. Let's just show of hands who voted for and who voted against. Just getting a fucking huge Donnybrook right now. Just fucking everyone just go at each other. It would be awesome, right? Everyone yelling at each other about politics. I like the, so now there's a European Union. I don't know why you guys need to unionize. I don't care. I like the fact that everything's different. I like doing the exchange at the airport. I don't need the euros and the pounds and all that shit. But first thing I can complain about is I think we all, before we flew in on Sunday, all cashed in and bought a whole bunch of pounds. And then when we landed, they're fucking worth half as much. That's awesome. You mortgage your house at the airport, and then when you land at the next airport, your house is worth half as much. We don't. Again, I'm just an ugly American, so we don't. We pretend to care. We pretend to know. Once in a while, we explain to someone it's not Iraq, it's Iraq, and then we move on to our next piece of shit conversation. But I would like to see everybody stay in lockstep, not goose-stepping, but lockstepping, and stay on the same page. But really, as an American, I'm going to get a flight tomorrow. I'm going back to Glendale, California. I don't give a shit. If the whole continent catches on fire, I'm sorry. That's you voted. You made your bed, and I lay in it. That's it. And look, maybe this is just kissing ass, but I've been to Holland and the Netherlands, and then we went to Ireland, and now we're here. UK's better. Let's face it. You guys don't need to slum it in that kiddie pool with all that white trash over there. Let's face it. You're a little better than that. Maybe I'm just playing to the overwhelming, resounding 51% of you who agrees with me, but we just got back to Amsterdam. They don't even have cars over there. They all ride bikes, so you don't need to hang out with those dudes. You understand? They're all riding Schwinn's, and by the way, the gayest thing you can do when they're coming up on you, cling cling, cling cling. Like, am I being ding dong shamed here? Like, what's going on? And then they come just buzzing past you. So screw that. The red light district, I've been hearing about that my entire life. I walked through it yesterday. I barely got a boner. I got like half a boner. The chicks they put in the window were taking up the whole fucking window. Like, it was like, is that a chick? Because I just see one line down the middle. That's cleavage. Well, where's the rest of her? I've got part of her ear and one labia. Like, what? You got to keep the fat chicks out of the window, right? put the fucking waif chicks in the window and then make sure everyone's overserved at the bar before they get to the fat chicks in the basement, right? I swear to God, it was yesterday. We were walking through the red light district, and I just kept going, oh, shit, no, what? How much? What? Okay, all right, you pay me how much to fuck that? What? You want me? Oh, no, especially with the pounding my euro just took. Yeah, so red light district, no can do. And also, as I was explaining to the good folks from Ireland last night, I think we took a turn down Tranny Alley or something over there. They got to put that on the brochure. Don't turn right after the canal. You'll run into a bunch of dudes that look like John Lithgow. Like, I was just like going, like, that's a chick? That's a dude? Like, whatever that is, I'm not fucking it. I'm sure as hell not paying to fuck that. All right, let's do one more. What do we got here? Oh, wait, this guy's motivated. No TSA agents at Heathrow. There is none. Everything's automated, right? Is that what's going on? Like in. So I'm not used to this. So we just passed when we went through the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands, everything is completely automated. Like, you just stand there and you slide off into a coma, and you feel your belt get ripped off, and your shoes pop off, and some sort of robot pats you down, and then another conveyor belt comes by, and all your belongings get emptied into it, and the next thing you know, you just wake up on the plane. And I like the total automation part, because I don't like the eye contact part of the TSA, because I'm from the United States, and the United States is like, the TSA agents are the biggest assholes in the world. And I swear to God, like, it's so weird. Like, so you leave the Netherlands, you go to Ireland or something, and there are a lot of like, oh, okay, have a safe flight, oh, enjoy yourself, all right, thanks for coming down. And I was at, I think we were leaving like out of like Chicago or Baltimore or some city like that, and there was this chick who is just in contrast to what we've experienced in Europe versus the United States and the temperament of the TSA agents. There was an old woman of color sitting there. Willie, maybe you know her. I don't know where Willie is, but could be a relative. And she was just sitting there, and she's sitting at the kiosk where you show her your itinerary and your boarding pass, and then they just check you pass. And then you walk another 150 yards, and then you go through the metal detector and everything. And I just bought myself a drink, and I was holding it. And she said, as I was going past her, she said, "You want to throw that out right here?" And I said, "Well, no, I'd like to hang on to it." And she said, "Why don't you just toss it right here?" And I said, "Well, there's a long line, and then we get to the metal detector, so I'm just going to keep it with me. I'm allowed to keep it with me, am I not?" And she went, "Well, then go on, get." And she pointed that way, like she did a move that you do in a Western when you want to get rid of your horse. And our horse is like confused, like, "Why are you getting off me in the middle of the desert?" And you go, "Go on, get." You slap them in the ass, and they go the other way, so the guys who are tracking you will follow the horse. But there's always one smart Indian who goes, nah, it's not deep enough. Doesn't the 140-pound emaciated guy be a little bit deeper if that guy was on there? By the way, I think I'd make a pretty good Indian, but I'd make a really shitty guy who hung out with the Indian. Because I'd be like, he'd be like, no, horse that way. We go that way. I'd be, hold on, proud feather. And we don't got a lot of water and a lot of fucking jerky in our saddlebags. Now, are you sure about this shit? We go that way. Okay, but hold on. I'm not saying he didn't go that way, but I just want to make abso-fucking-lutely sure. Like, let me hold some beads or something to make sure if they went that way and we all die of fucking starvation. And I don't want to wake up my tent and have you blown me again, proud feather, and I don't know how you got that name. I'm just saying, in those movies, they never question the Indian. The Indian's always just like, over mountain range and through waterfall. And everyone's like, all right, here we go. And I just kicked the shit out of my waterfall. All right. Let me untangle my mic cord here. We got, I'll show you guys. I pulled something. There's you guys like motor racing here, right? Like in the United States, everyone's such an asshole. Everyone's like, "Oh, we like monster trucks." And I'm like, "No, road courses. And they're like, You mean like where they go in a circle? And I'm like, no, like turn right, turn left. And they're always like, they don't get it in the United States. But in the UK, they're big into road courses, right? And you guys are big into bikes, right? I mean, not the pussy Dutch ones, but the ones that are powered by the dinosaur juice. Do we have? So I went to the. There's a clip that I just love, and it's Willy T, like circa 1988 or something, outside of San Diego, California, and they put a little in-car camera in his turbocharged Celica, and it's a I think it was a Dan Gurney built All-American racing car, but we'll ask Willy when it comes out. But I'll just show you 50 seconds of Willy T just kicking ass in one of these cars that would have raced against Paul Newman back in the day. Let's just see him mowing through some gears. He's just getting out of the pits here, sorry. And that's cement. Those are cement barriers all around the track. The podcast audience at home loves this part where I just stand silently and watch video. Oh, another 15, 20 seconds. I just love it when he hits this straightaway. Willy's backstage watching this, by the way. You can look this up on YouTube if you want to watch the entire race, but it's just awesome. I love this straightaway. All right, we get it. The man can drive an automobile. Willy T. Ribs, everybody, come on out, Willy. Thanks, man. Grab a mic and tell us all about it. There, why don't you take this one there? All right, good to see you, Willy.
I was waiting for you to talk about Serena's
ass
because, I mean, look, I'm not sexist at all.
All right, but here we go. Yeah, hold on. Let me tell you in advance, I'm not racist. There's going to be a lot of butts coming up. But speaking of butts,
I will make sure that I tune in to Long Legs, which is Sharapova, and I'll tune in to the house trailer, and that's Serena, because she is towing a house trailer back there.
I got to tell you, I think I speak for most white dudes, because I was trying to think, like, the brother man is attracted to that ass. That's a tractor beam. It's the siren song of the bunghole that just pulls the brothers toward that ass. And the white guys, we look at that like we look at a Formula One car. Like, that's too much. I can't handle that. I'll hurt myself. I'll wrap that thing around a telephone pole.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you better be a truck driver.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I think the problem is I just don't have enough for that ass. You know what I mean? I got the spirit is willing, but the cock is weak. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been said 1,000 times, but I take a look at that, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to make it to the promised land.
You know, it's like driving into a corner. You got to go in at the right angle.
Oh, yeah. No, I would miss that apex. I'm pretty sure that's a double, maybe triple apex. I think I would just swing out wide and brush the wall. I may brush the wall. I don't even know if I get to the wall.
Tiger Woods didn't even want to handle that.
No,
and Tiger, he'd stop at Waffle House for some. So
yeah,
right.
Yeah, I don't got enough. Well, let's see. There's junk in the trunk, and there's penis in the bonnet. I don't know what you guys say out here, but I don't have enough.
Well, you heard of Woody, right?
No.
Woody is white girl with a booty.
Oh, okay.
So, I want to get you up to speed on that, just so all you guys know. And the ladies here that might be packing a little bit, if somebody looks at you, you know you got some woody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but the brothers, what's the holy grail for the brothers? The woody or the black tootie?
Woody is a black man's kryptonite.
Right, I gotcha. All right, I like that. Well, maybe if we do another Superman and he is a black man, then kryptonite will be the black man's kryptonite. I look forward to a day when kryptonite is the black man's kryptonite, not a huge bulbous ass. But I can dream. All right, so Willie, you started your career in the UK, right? Driving Formula Ford?
I did, and I came, Formula One was my goal, and my dad races a hobby, and Jimmy Clark was a hero, and Dan Gurney was a hero, and some of the great drivers that race in Formula One. So I made it a point that once I got out of high school and, I went to my mom, because my dad, he didn't want to spend the money.
What? He didn't want his young black son to go to the UK and drive Formula V?
He thought I was going to go over here and just screw around.
Yeah.
Well, and I did screw around, but I did win races too.
Right. So you grew up, was it in Fresno?
No, San Jose, California.
San Jose. Same place to everyone out here.
Pretty much.
Same. And your dad, was he farming or did he plumbing?
My grandfather started a plumbing company that became very successful after World War II when all the GIs came home, and he started a business in 1927.
Oh, yeah. All those guys got off the boat going, where's the PVC and ABS? Where are the fittings? Where are my reducers?
So my dad races a hobby.
Right.
My grandfather and my uncle were into shooting, shotgunning. So I did it both as a kid growing up.
So they shot. No, they didn't. They shot.
No.
So how many liquor stores did they hit?
No, it was just quail and pheasant.
They're quail in the liquor store.
Yeah.
We don't have black people that shoot where I'm from. Well, they shoot, but it's at each other, not at birds.
Well, no. These were we were out in the country, and he had his ranch. So once I got out of high school and junior college, I told my dad.
Boy, I'm just thinking, what a great ruse this is for quail, because like the quail must have just been flying around, going, "Hey, watch out! There's some farmers down there," and then they went, "Oh, they're black guys. They don't shoot at us," and then pow.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the quail kisser.
And my grandma cooked them very well.
Oh, she cooked.
Oh, yeah, no. We didn't ever shoot anything that we didn't eat. We didn't shoot something to lay down. And we didn't shoot usually four-legged animals, usually just birds.
Oh, let me ask you a quick question on that, as long as we're talking about pussy and eating. I'm really trying to get to the bottom of this. This may be my fourth documentary, but I played football once. LA Valley College, and there was a brother named Squeak. I don't know if that was on his driver's license. I don't know if that was his Christian name, but he went by Squeak. And he was short, but a very muscular guy. I hope you're sitting down fast. And he could bench press a lot, too. And at some point, we found ourselves just talking about eating pussy.
And he said he didn't eat pussy, right?
He said, I don't eat anything that gets up and walks away when I'm done.
Exactly. That is...
And by the way, those words stuck with me. Those are kind of pearls of wisdom you only get in a locker room.
For all you white girls, black men eat pussy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a rat eats cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we got you the first round, We eat pussy. We got it. We don't need to envision a rat going at a big wheel of cheese, Willie. We got you. You had us at eat pussy. We don't have to. It's a family show. Well, all right, so black people do eat pussy. I mean, black men, sorry. Occasional woman. Yeah, okay. I've been on the internet. It's out there. So, all right, so you grow up in this little farming area. You learn to shoot, and then at some point you want to drive, and you want to drive Formula One. There's by the way, there's no black dudes who drive Formula One at that time.
No.
And there's barely even white dudes who drive Formula One. They're all super Euro dudes with like crazy red hair and huge sideburns and shit,
and
right?
a lot of them from wealthy families.
Yeah, they're all wealthy. Yeah, the dads.
Yeah, Nicky Lauda came from a wealthy family.
Right, and a lot of those guys came from that. So you couldn't have been further away. And not only coming from the U.S., being black at the time and everything, but so that's a crazy, crazy dream.
When I got here, It was a great.
So you
experience
pack
in the
up
world.
at what, 19?
I was 21 years old.
And you
when I got
come
here.
you come to the UK
Yes.
to drive Formula Ford.
Formula Ford. And Nigel Mansell, I don't know how many people in here know of Nigel Mansell.
Yeah.
Nigel Mansell and I are very good friends, and we started at the same time together. In fact, our first race was at Brands Hatch, and a gentleman from Ireland named Michael Rowe won. I was second, and Mansell was third. And we met on the car that takes you around after the race with a laurel wreath around your neck. That's how Nigel and I met. And we ended up racing again in Indy cars later on.
So you do Formula V out here. You come back to the States. You start racing. Where does the part in the movie? I love that picture. I don't know if we can find it, Chris, but it was in the documentary with you and Paul Newman and about how, Newman got you this ride and the sponsorship and all that kind of stuff, and that great picture of you and him sitting in the pits together with you giving that crazy look while he's being interviewed by somebody. But what was your first meeting with Newman like, and what are some of those memories?
Newman is a very private person. Muhammad Ali and I were very close, but Ali was just walk out into the crowd and kiss babies and hug old ladies all day long. Newman was more of a private person, and when I first met him, I was 15. It was at a race in Riverside, California, and my dad was racing there, and I wasn't racing at the time. And that was the first introduction. But then I met him again when I came back from England in 1978, and I was racing the Long Beach Grand Prix. It was the Formula One race, but the undercard was Formula Atlantic. And then I met him again, and I did pretty well in the race. And out of nowhere, I got a phone call from him in 1982.
He just called you at your...
nowhere. And he said, "Hey, kid, I've got a deal for you if you want it. It's a team that's sponsored by Budweiser. It's not like Indy cars or Formula Atlantic, but it's the Trans Am Championship Series. I'm in it, and I'm really taking money out of my own pocket because I know you're going to beat me, but..."
What a mensch.
Yeah.
That's Jewish for good dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But,
no, he was...
But, I mean, who the hell would call a young upstart driver who was fast as shit and get them a sponsorship and then get them into the series they were racing in, knowing that they were going to have to compete against somebody who was faster than them?
Well, I think he accepted the fact that I was going to make this a career. And, he had his career. Auto racing was...
We got you and Paul behind us. There's the one, I like the one where he autographed it for you, if we can find that one too. But that's young Willy and old Paul right there. And I'm sorry, so he knew you were going to go on to do this for a living.
Oh, yes. And he really made it possible because it was Paul Newman that made it happen for me to have my first paid drive. I mean, you can be out, blowing horns out on the street. And,
I don't know gay code, blowing horns. I'm not from around here. Should I know what that means?
And
how much money can one make
with
doing
the teacup? But, it was a paid gig like you're being paid tonight.
Right, you're not. But but we got Willy's. We gave him up to 3 beers, so he'll be fine. So, Willy, a couple things. I know your son is out here. Theo's out here. He was shooting trap or skeet, or I don't even know what to call it.
It's called sporting clay. It's a derivative. Actually, it was invented here in the UK, and it's clay shooting, but much more extreme than trap and skeet.
And your son's a championship shooter, right?
Oh yeah, he's one of the top in the world.
So if the shit goes down, he's backstage. He can throw a shoulder roll or something and shoot some ISIS member or something for us.
There is. Oh no, they're not going to march in here and just walk out.
Oh really?
Oh no.
Oh good.
Oh, they won't even get halfway through the door.
Your son's going to pull the shit right out of
Well, no, he'll shoot their testicles off.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
So how did real quick, because part of the documentary is then Willy trying to go over to the NASCAR circuit at some point after Indy.
That was a great part.
Yeah. What happened? You experienced a little racism?
Yeah, what happened?
People need to know that the NASCAR and where we're from is the South, and it's the good old boys, and we
Confederate flag.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Confederate flags hanging on every RV or
It's the only sport in the United States that actually has fans that display Confederate flags in the infield.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. But that was cool. They just they didn't understand me, and I didn't understand them. And I understand genetic malfunctions.
Right.
I understand that. I'm talking about big heads, this big,
Yeah,
and
huge
little
heads.
bitty short legs.
Yeah.
And it's like when they talk.
Let me get this straight. You like a huge ass, but you don't like a big head? I just want to get on the same page here.
Well, when I got down there, and I was young, and my parents, I said, well, I'm going to go down there, and they want me to drive the stock car. This was 1978. And my parents said, you sure you want to do that? And I said, yeah. The guy that called me, the promoter, said the Civil War was over. Literally. That's what he said when he called. Humpy Wheeler. It's all right now down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Civil War is over. I know Jesse Jackson and all of them don't think that way, but it's over. Well, I got down there, and it was still smoldering.
So you get down to the South, Humpy Wheeler?
Humpy. This was the promoter's name. Humpy Wheeler.
Humpy Wheeler. All right.
That's his name. North Carolina.
And his uncle Brody Knob. That's a real inside driving joke right there. Okay. The point is Humpy brings you down there. You're sitting in the middle of the South, right? You're going to drive NASCAR, and there's not another blackface that's ever been put in a NASCAR before this, or if there
when I drove into the track, the security there, and it was red, real red neck.
Right.
And he stopped me at the gate. What you here for?
Sure.
And I said, well, I'm here to drive a racing car. And then afterwards, I had to have fun with these Southern boys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I'm going to wash the toilets for you. I said that, and he didn't think that was funny at all. And then, so he got on the phone and went into the room and got on the phone. We got some boy here, says he's supposed to drive a race car. And so I did the race car, and then they promised me to, be in the race. Mm-hmm. Only thing is, the race car they promised me wasn't what they were going to give me when I got there. And they said, it's all right. You're going to get what's coming to you.
And they gave you a dud car?
When someone says you're going to get what's coming to you, that's not good.
Yeah. One of the chicks in the red light district said that when I was doing a shoulder roll past the window. I actually dove into one of the canals and tried to swim past two of them underwater just so I couldn't make eye contact with them fat bitches. That even too much for your cock, Willie. I'm telling you, even too much for you. So, do you think now was your car sabotaged? Was there?
I didn't race it because they had made a commitment to give me something, and then when I got to the track, it wasn't the same car. So I said, well, you guys get it figured out. And they were pissed. They did. You just, boy, you don't come down here and turn us down.
To be fair to them, you were a little bit of an asshole in your youth, right?
I was sure of myself.
This is good interviewing, by the way.
Yeah,
but you knew what you were hanging around with Muhammad Ali and
Yes.
Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Oh, no, I was Ali because Leonard was just a kid.
Oh, but you could throw a right.
Yeah, oh, yeah. No, I could. He taught me a lot, but
Ali
did.
Give us a good Muhammad Ali story, especially since he just passed, and then unfortunately give us a good Bill Cosby story. Bill,
Hey,
he sponsored your car, right?
he put me in the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah,
I was a little woozy.
a little, yeah. Willie's like, I get really woozy, and every time I get out of the car, my ass is bleeding. What's up, Bill?
Theo, don't tell Cosby.
Don't tell the Cos, Theo. What? All right, so give us a good Muhammad Ali story and give us a good Bill Cosby story.
Well, I met Ali here in 1977 at the London Hilton
So you met him here in the UK?
In the UK, he was over here promoting a film called The Greatest. And Harry Carpenter, who was... Anybody remember Harry Carpenter?
Yeah.
Harry Carpenter was a good friend
The
of
singer,
mine.
right?
Yeah, the Carpenters.
Yeah.
And so he said, Ali's in town, and I would like to get a picture of you and him together. And then I went... Ali liked me, and he said, you want to go for a run? You want to go for a run with me in Hyde Park? Yes, sir. I'll go with you. And, okay. So we went running. He didn't say anything.
Is that Bill Cosby? That's a horrible Cosby.
Oh, yeah. You ever get afraid of racing that car fast? No, sir. You ever get afraid of Joe Frazier? And he... I'll whip your ass right here in Hyde Park. and I know he was joking, but he was the most incredible human being that you would ever believe. And I've had some mentors. It was Ali. It was Paul Newman. It was Bill Cosby. And just recently...
Hold on. Give us some names we've heard of. This is way too inside.
How about Bernie Ecclestone?
Yeah, all right. The guy wasn't his.
I was
story,
with him yesterday.
He owns F1 because he went around, I guess, in Rush. I guess they had it. He's kind of the head guy at F1, right?
Bernie Ecclestone is the king of Formula One. He has taken Formula One from pretty much a cockfight,
right
behind in the barnyard, to a global empire.
But I think this story, like we all have that one that got away thing, wasn't he the guy who wanted to break up the TV rights and the ownership with everyone, and everyone would put in $100,000 and go in and get 10%? I think this was in Rush, right? And then at some point, everyone told him to fuck off, and he went, all right, I'll just put the $1 million up and I'll own it myself. And this is in the mid-'70s or something like that, mid-late 70s, and now he owns something that's worth a cajillion and $5, right?
I was with Mr. Ecclestone yesterday in his office in Prince's Gate. And Bernie's about this tall. You know, all his girlfriends and wives are this tall.
Yeah, that's the way we do it.
Yeah. And I asked him, I said, you got to be packing. And he said, no. He says, I don't have to get on my knees. I can eat straight up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's all cock talk with you, isn't it, Willy?
No, and he's the most, man, he's nearly 86, and the guy was running up and down the steps in his office.
Well, yeah, if you were banging 28-year-olds all day, you'd have a little spring in your step, too. All right, one Bill Cosby story, and then we'll get caught up on some current news here.
Mr. Cosby, he called me in 1989, and he says, what are you doing? I said, well, I want to race Indy 500. Well, I will spend the money. Tell me how much it's going to cost. And so I flew $500,000 to start.
Wait, I just want to stop you for a quick second. Why is it every time your phone rings, it's either Bill Cosby or Paul Newman, and when my phone rings, it's my mom and she wants to borrow money?
It was just fate.
Okay.
It was fate. And he said, Paul Newman is involved with you. I said, yes, sir. He's very cheap. He won't buy coffee. And I said, well, he has the sponsors paying for it. And so he said, that's what we'll do. And fly down to Vegas and see me. And I flew down, and he opened up the door. He was staying at the Las Vegas Hilton. In the Elvis Presley suite.
Was he wearing that paisley robe?
No, he had a T-shirt on, loose sweats.
Sure, got to be
loose.
And
some sandals.
Yeah.
And it was just me and him. And he asked me what I wanted to eat and drink. And he fixed it for me. And there's no joke. What kind of sandwich you want?
And he made it.
Made me a sandwich and
so he sponsored your Indy ride.
He sponsored my whole IndyCar career.
All right. Well, God bless Bill Cosby. That's what I got from that. Yeah. The man's a hero. Yep. The man is a hero. All right.
And by the way, he said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to give the story away, but Mr. Cosby will probably be in our show. And you know what he said to me?
He'll be in the documentary.
Yes, he'll be in the documentary.
So I'm gonna call Bill Cosby and go, Bill, I need you to sit down and answer a few questions. And he's gonna be like, what day?
Well, no, you know what he said to me? He says, when do they want to do this? I said, well...
You talked to him about the documentary?
I did.
Holy shit. Where were you when I was trying to get Tom Cruise for the last one?
And when do they want to do it? I said, in about 6 to 8 months. Tell them I want to go last, and it'll either be in jail or at my house.
Holy shit.
Do they have the long microphone that can go through the bars? That's what he said.
He really said that?
He said that, Adam.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Willie, we got to get on Bill. Okay. All right. So Bill Cosby, we'll interview him about you for your documentary next. We already, by the way, we already started on this when we've been down here in the UK. And my boy Nate's been doing some interviews, and we're already underway on Willie T's documentary. So excited about that. See, who do we got out here, Chris? Oh, Ivan. That's right. Ivan is out here. Ivan. I told Ivan, who came in and saw me in my studio out in Glendale, California, to when we're back in his town, to come on out and do the news with us, and we don't have our regular crew here, but Ivan, I said, pull some news stories. Let's do the news with Ivan. He was on my podcast just because he was sitting around in the lobby, and I brought him in because I thought it was interesting. Ivan, where are you? Are you out there somewhere? You here? What? I'm over here. Oh, okay. Ivan, this would be the point where you approach the stage. Somewhere around the 25th time I mention your name, that would be your cue to step up on stage. Good to see you, Ivan. Right. Say hi to Willie. I don't know anything about Ivan other than he was at my shop. You can sit down, Will, if you want to take his load off. How did you find your way to my shop?
I got in touch with Gary.
Mm-hmm. Producer Gary.
Yeah, I've contributed to a couple of your Kickstarter
It's called
events.
Contributed. But go ahead. And by the way, it's aluminum.
You do realize
just one alloy. It's aluminum.
We did find it. We did discover aluminium.
Yeah, I know. But then we changed the name and bailed your house out in World War II with all the aluminum.
Ask him about tomatoes.
Yeah, we took all your aluminium and we wrapped it around our P-51 Mustangs. We shot down some fucking Nazis, all right? So can you at least give us the dignity of calling it what we call it?
You were a bit late to that war. and the first one as well. You took your time coming.
I made a huge mistake when I when I was in the Netherlands and we were sitting there and I was like, so what went on in World War II? And they're like, oh shit. We basically got in the fetal position and gave hand jobs to Hitler until this whole thing blew over. It was uncomfortable. You guys fought valiantly. Sorry. Ivan, where were we?
Yes, I got in touch with Gary, and Gary kindly suggested that I come down to your studio to say hello. I walked in the door, and you were standing there getting a coffee, and before I knew it, I was sitting in the studio. You'd obviously had no one else more
no one to
interesting.
speak to. It's much like tonight.
Exactly. You're desperate.
Yeah, I'm desperate. Yeah.
And it was quite an experience, very out-of-body experience.
Okay, and what were you doing in the United States?
I was working with Penn Jillette. Actually, ironically, you had Pete Golden on the phone yesterday.
Penn's manager called me 2 days ago while I was on stage.
He's a friend of mine. I was in touch with him over email this evening. So say hello to Adam.
Yeah, it was funny because I put him on speakerphone and I said, Goldie, what do you want to talk about? And he said, we'll talk about it later. And then I got off stage. Turns out I owe him money. So I find that people do a lot more calling. Well, Bill Cosby and Paul Newman call you when they want to give you money. I get the calls from people when I owe them money. But all right, so Ivan, you got some news, or we're gonna do sort of the news with you.
Yeah, I'm Gina's proxy here, with less décolletage, I'm afraid. I did my best, but I can't compete.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you got?
I don't know if any of you have been paying any attention to the news, but it's been quite traumatic in England. Recently, there was a visit by Donald Trump to Scotland. I don't know if anyone saw that. And the Brits turned out in force.
Oh, they like Trump?
No,
they don't like Trump.
There was, Chris, can we have the first photo up? Yeah, someone stood behind Donald with a balloon and did a bit of physics demonstration. You can see his hair there.
His hair up.
It's an absolute classic there.
No, you don't have to worry about that one, Willie.
I have to say, the person who did that should be given an OBE. I honestly think they should.
I've said it more than once, but it bears repeating because I did spend some time with Trump when I did Celebrity Apprentice, and I always have this same line about him, which is when everyone says, "What's he like in real life?" and I always go, just picture Don King, but with crazier hair and a broken moral compass. And Don stomped a man to death. Stomped him to death. Like, literally. Take a knee and punch him, would you, Don? No, I'll just kick him. I got a new pinky ring. I don't want to screw it up. Yeah. So that somebody took a balloon and did that thigh rub on it, got the static going, and lifted up Trump's hair. Well, it's all over for politicians, right?
Well, it's certainly. I mean, he just before he arrived in Scotland, he announced, just arrived in Scotland, place is going wild over the vote. They took their country back, just like we will take America back. No games. Mm-hmm. To which a local Scot replied, Scotland voted to stay, you witless fucking cocksplat. There was 62% of Scots rather sensibly voted to remain.
Cocksplat. And by the way,
could you define that?
Cocksplat?
Yeah. I believe that's probably some kind of ejaculate.
Mm-hmm. You mean like
the
silence of the lamb?
Yeah, silence of the lambs. That's right.
We can talk about the birds and the bees backstage later on if you want.
That's their version of Good Day in Scotland. I said good day. Well, it's always weird because coming from the United States, I was like, we're taking this country back. We're taking it back. And it's like, the weird thing is when you take shit back, it usually means it's fucked up and it's a piece of shit and you never get it back. Like my kid's got a hoverboard and it catches on fire, then I just go fucking take it back and drop it off. I never get another one. So this whole notion of like taking it back is a weird and sort of twisted notion to me. But all right, he went to Scotland. But the good news with Trump is he gets to say whatever he wants.
Oh yeah,
right?
No filter.
He's like an old black man who works at a barber shop. He can just say whatever the fuck he wants, and no one ever stops him and corrects him, right? Am I right, Willie?
Until the police stop him.
Until the police stop him, yeah.
Are you at all familiar with a gentleman called Boris Johnson?
Boris Johnson, yeah.
I'll get Chris to pull up a photo. I didn't send Chris a photo, but he can Google it. Not just yet, but Boris Johnson is our equivalent of Donald Trump. He has similar hair. He has no filter, and he's an hysterical character. Sadly, it looks as though he may well be the next prime minister, which is rather scary.
Really? Is he gonna run this place?
He's running. It's a good chance. I don't want him to be, and most people don't. But he's a populist. He has the populist vote, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. He's a cunt.
Hold on to that epithet. I've got a whole section. There he is.
Oh, that guy.
There he is.
I've seen him. Yeah.
It's with a slightly posher voice and a better education.
Yes.
Not that I... But we had some other lovely greetings.
He's American? Yeah, you're goddamn right he is. You guys with your well-kept hair and your thin physiques, you don't know what crazy is.
When Trump arrived at the airport, there was a mariachi band awaiting him, which I thought was rather good. A Mexican flag was hosted on the boundary of the golf course. Another comedian called Lee Nelson, who some of you may know, very cleverly wore the same livery as all the other employees in the golf course, started giving out golf balls with swastikas on.
Well, when you need to send a message to your Jewish neighbors and you don't feel like walking around front, I feel like a pitching wedge and a golf ball with a swastika on it is really the most effective way to send the message over to the Goldbergs over there. Maybe playing the stereo a little bit too loud. Can I say this real quick? The mariachi, I've always had this thought about the mariachi band and how horrible it must be to be the guy in the mariachi band who plays the giant guitar. Because somebody did the math on the guitar. I'm convinced this is how the giant guitar was invented, Willie. It was a guy trying to get his dick sucked.
What giant guitar?
Have you never seen a mariachi band where the shortest, squattiest, fattest guy in the band has to play the giant guitar?
That's a bass.
No, it's a giant guitar.
Okay.
It is a giant guitar.
I've seen
Willy.
John Entwistle. I know how the bass is played. No, this is a giant guitar. It's an oversized guitar. It's a casket-sized guitar.
That's one of those things that they beat to get the candy out.
Oh, that's a pinata.
Pinata.
Yeah, that's like Serena's ass. Just
Oh,
keep
yeah.
beating it until that candy comes out. I'll get a Tootsie Roll sooner or later.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, Ivan. Where
That's
were we?
okay, no problem. Chris, can we have the next slide, which is the other Trump sign? There was a Trump sign. Jane Goodley, she's a well-known comedian. Trump is a C word.
Uh-huh. You can say.
So that was on the golf course.
You can say.
there.
You can say cute. No, it's kind. But now, wait. But who can? All right. Everybody hates Donald Trump, but don't we hate the comedians that are trying to do the bandstanding a little bit more than Donald Trump? Like, I can't stand it when people try to take. Like, okay, Trump's a douchebag. That's fine, but you then trying to get notoriety from calling Donald Trump a douchebag, doesn't that make you a slightly greater douchebag? Maybe you're not going to ruin the country, but I don't know who this comedian is, but
She's not that type of person. She was actually making a political statement.
yeah, well, shut the fuck up. I'm just saying, I know, look, I sound like a hypocrite because I'm holding a microphone right now and I'm talking my ass off, but I don't know, why does everyone have to make a political statement? I mean, you're righteous, you're on the side of good, everyone loves you, now go the fuck home.
What about Al Sharpton?
I don't like Al Sharpton either.
What about
sorry.
Jesse? You know they're not saying anything?
Yeah, why aren't they saying anything?
Ching, ching.
Oh, really?
Ching, ching.
They're getting paid?
Oh, Donald paid those guys off years ago, and they're still on the payroll. That's why, you don't see any Jerry curls,
No, I haven't seen.
dripping on the camera because those brothers have, gone
Al
silent.
Sharpton and Jesse Jackson.
And, they've been paid.
They're in the pocket of Donald Trump.
They're in the back room.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Who
boss.
do you guys have? Oh, you guys don't have black people. Woo! Bullet dodge. But
We got plenty of them.
you got plenty of them?
Plenty of
oh,
them.
I'm sorry, yeah. But I didn't know. I'm seeing a lot of white faces out here. Nothing personal, Willie. It's a different scene out here. But do you have a black leader? Because we got a whole bunch of them. Like, we could lend you one if you need one. I'll send Al Sharpton over tomorrow. We're lousy with black leaders.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of black leaders.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Well,
her name?
we've just had a Muslim elected as the London mayor, Sadiq
okay.
Khan.
Okay, good.
So we're a lot more progressive. About
Oh,
these things.
yeah. All right.
He
Yeah.
invited
All right. Yeah. Save that story for the next war.
Which I'm sure you'll be late to.
They really have a black elected
Wow.
official?
Wow.
I know my crowd, Adam.
I don't know a ton about history, but you guys all be speaking Japanese about now. If it weren't for us.
So going on
Or
from
Chinese
the
or whatever.
going on from the previous sign, I actually want to argue something with you for a moment. So, a number of times you've stated that in the UK we use the C word as basically a term of affection, as greeting.
Well, no, you overuse it.
Right.
What I'm saying is we in America realize the power of the cunt. Okay? And so we save it.
Right.
So when we argue with our wives, we don't throw it out. We don't trot it out every Wednesday and be like, hey, cunt, you overcooked the lasagna. Because it loses its power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys are calling everyone in the bachelor party a cunt. It's lost its teeth. You know what I mean?
We don't say cunt. We say pussy.
Yeah, but when we do trot out the cunt, it is a fucking punch to the cunt. Yeah. You guys use it so fast and loose with it, and it's lost all currency.
Now, Adam, I would severely disagree with you. The C word is still forbidden on a lot of television channels. It's one of the few words, if you stand in public and shout it, if you don't stop after your request, the police will arrest you straight away. It is still quite a taboo word in the UK.
I get it, but you and your mates hanging
No.
around your fucking flats, throw it around like they're dollar poker chips,
Yep.
and you've lost. Hey, look, I'm trying to help. I don't care. You want to lose every argument with your wife? Go ahead. That's fine. I'm keeping my cunt.
Well,
my cunt is under a piece of glass that says break in case of emergency. And I'm keeping it. Because one day when I catch my wife blowing my best friend, boom, I bust out the cunt.
Well,
I didn't come here to tell you what to do with your cunts.
Well, I would like to say it is a lot more rarely used than you might think. Having said that, and this is...
You're 6 minutes into the news. I heard it 14 times.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Don't you trot up here with your cool frames and your skinny jeans and tell me about how many times you use cunt? I saw it 130 times in the last 10 minutes.
Okay, so with that being said, and please excuse the language that's about to follow. This is. Thank you very much. This is actually a true story that came out. This is a news story that came out the other day. This week, the Oxford English Dictionary updated their pages with 900 new entries, most of which were perfectly normal words that were previously overlooked. Of the words they've added, notable words with the swear words cunty, cuntish, cunted, and cunting. According to the OED, the Oxford English Dictionary, cunty is a way of describing something that is objectionable or unpleasant, whereas cuntish is for describing a person or behavior that is objectionable and unpleasant.
I got a new word. Hippocunt. That's a skinny limey who comes on stage, accuses Yanks of not using the word enough, and then proceeds to use it 128 times. Hippocunt. Put that in your Urban Dictionary and smoke it. Thank you. I don't like to call myself hero, but here goes.
I have my last two units. Okay.
There's two more cunt words?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Cunted, on the other hand, is a word for under the influence of drugs and alcohol. And finally, cunting is an intensifier to be used like fucking is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know, Willy, you familiar with the Urban Dictionary?
When I first got here, I got called WOG.
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 That's a while back, yeah.
I didn't know what the hell that... I mean, I was in a pub.
I don't know what a WOG is.
Yeah, well, it's the equivalent of the N-word, sort of.
It comes from gollywog, which is a black stuffed... Yeah, it's a black stuffed toy.
Yeah.
Which they used on Robinson's Jam.
I got called WOG. And the guy I was standing next to, man, his face turned red. I said, why are you turning red? He says, he called you a WOG.
Yeah.
I said, what does that mean?
Yes,
he
it's
says,
no good.
It's your version of the N-word.
Uh-huh.
I looked at him, I said, it's nigger. Bam! No, that was a true story. Yeah, I did. It was in the pub.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, it was in the pub.
I'm sorry. My mind was blown because you said when you first got here, I thought you meant 4 days ago.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ, you guys got to get it together over here.
I was 21 years old.
No, you got called a WOG in 1981.
1977.
77, you're WOG. All right. Woo! Was I the only one in the room that thought this was Wednesday? Okay. All right, so way back when you were called a WOG.
WOG, yeah.
All right.
And I thought it was pretty tame.
What if we say WOGA? Is that okay?
They haven't, that was...
No.
WOGA. That's
we
good,
get rid of
man.
the ER, we put the A
That's
on
a
the
good
end.
one.
We can get by with that?
I'm going to get back to Brixton and introduce that.
All right, so that was way back then.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So, I'm sorry. I didn't know what it...
That's okay.
Do we, Chris, you can find... How many Urban Dictionary entries do I have? Because I got a lot of those bad boys. Chris will look... I have 9. Oh, yeah. Sorry. They're one. Willy, I don't know if you know this one. I got my own. I invented one called the Bahayman. That's something all fellas are born with. Not all of us make it to the grave with it intact.
But you got no ass.
Yeah, no, you can easily pop my Bahayman. That's why I move fast and my head's on a swivel.
Chris, I'm sure everyone has heard of Chris Rock. Well, he's got a theory. He says the flatter your ass is, the bigger your cock looks.
Jesus Christ, would I be in trouble? Had Cedric the Entertainer's ass. I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Wait, Chris Rock call you at home and tell you that joke? Or did you have to go turn on the TV set?
Yeah, I learned that one from TV.
All right, sorry. Where were we, Ivan?
You probably don't know this game. It's called football. It's where a lot of all your other games originated from.
Oh, right. The guys with the shiny shorts run around and pat each other
I have
in
to
the
admit, I'm more of a rugby guy myself, and with the England team whitewashing the Australians, we thrashed the hell out of the Australians in a test down under. But we're talking about soccer or football, as we call it.
Right.
England rather horrifically lost against Iceland.
Yeah, I know.
2-1. And a BBC reporter appeared to call, well, he didn't appear, he called the England team overpaid nonces. Now, how many people here know what a nonce is? So
hold on. This is good. I'm going to use nonce and wog. As soon as I'm going to work that into every conversation I have out here. This is a real learning experience for me.
Nonce is
that wog is a nonsense, huh?
Nonce. Nonce. N-O-N-C-E. Nonce is okay.
Okay.
The W word, wog, is not okay.
Okay. I got
Under
you
any
now.
circumstance. So nonce is a word that came out of the 50s and 60s. It refers to if someone who thinks is a paedophile, you call them a nonce.
Oh, boy.
What? Hold on. Pedophile.
Pedophile. You would say pedophile.
Yeah, that's what we
call it.
Pedophile, the correct pronunciation.
Again, I'm getting back to the aluminium. You guys
not everyone here probably knows the derivation of nonce, which is quite interesting. It's actually an acronym. It's derived from the prison slang, which is an acronym given to inmates who are serving time for sex crimes against children. They were deemed at greater risk of attack and therefore had restricted privileges. Same in the US. And it was called Not on Normal Courtyard Exercise. Nonce.
Oh, I like that. So it's like WAPs, right? Like without papers or something like that. Whatever they called my paisans a million years ago. Yeah. They call you a WAP. You know what I mean?
Or pommies.
Oh, yeah?
Prisoners of old Mother England.
Oh, really?
That's how Australia was discovered.
Jesus Christ, Willie, you got some range, man. You think all he does is drive cars? He'll drive a podcast.
But, so I don't believe that the BBC presenter actually knew what nonce meant. I thought he just probably meant effeminate, but it doesn't mean effeminate. So,
do we have a clip? Can we
I'm
hear
afraid
him
we
say
don't.
it?
Sorry, I should have got you a video clip. I do apologise.
Yeah, come on, Nance.
I've got a still photograph.
Okay. Well, that's...
Which is nearly as good.
That's super satisfying. Picture 3 random people not talking. I'm sure it was one of them. Jesus, Ivan, we gave you 2 weeks heads up. Couldn't get something off the internet?
Apologies.
All right.
I feel humbled. One of your other American compatriots who's ever so slightly on the right wing, I should like to point out that your right wing is our fascist party.
Uh-huh.
Your Democrats are our conservatives.
Oh, really?
Our Liberal Party is your communists. And our Labour... Well, I think they've just gone so far off the edge in the U.S. It is a very bizarre concept in the U.S.
So our Democrats in 2016, like in almost our Bernie Sanders era, these are would be conservative?
They're more right-wing than conservatives.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are fucked.
But personally, I would look at it the other way around. But
no, it's gonna.
The thing that's always puzzled me, and maybe you can explain this to me, is in the US. I don't know how many Yanks we've got here, how many Americans or people who live there. Quite a populace. The word liberal in America is spat out of people's mouths as an insult. Here in the UK, it means someone who maybe is a bit woolly, but is even-minded, balances both sides, takes a more central view.
But to be fair, conservative is fucked up too, depending on where you go and what party, if you're at a Hollywood party, conservative's not a good mantle, not a good title to have. But yeah, what we've done is basically just screwed up everything. So whatever you are, if you're liberal or you're conservative or anything in between, you're an asshole. But it depends what party you're at.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't. That's where our politics are just heading off a cliff. And evidently, you guys are right behind us, or you're in front of us.
Thank God we're not in front of you, but I don't think we're too far behind you, unfortunately. One of your very esteemed politicians, Sarah Palin.
She's we look at her. I gotta. You know, let me tell you something.
Have you had some of that yet?
Have I had that?
Yes.
No. Have I fucked her? No. Hold on. 3 times, but not really. Not on a regular basis. You know, this is like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've not had any of that. Have you had?
No.
Okay. No. She is like. I don't know why I was thinking about this dude, but there's a guy named Jim Rose. And Jim Rose used to do this weird sort of circus carnival sideshow, but it was a lot of like puppetry of the penis and a lot of guys like you guys all know. There's nights when you go out and you go, hey, honey, you want to see a movie? And they go, no. You want to go to a comedy club? No, I want to see a guy hang an anvil off his nutsack. And you go, that's where Jim Rose would come in. And Sarah Palin is the Jim Rose sideshow that opens for the band that you came to see. Technically, she's opening. Technically, she's performing. She's in the building. But I don't know anyone in the United States that I know, and I know a lot of dumb fucking people who think she's a legitimate anything. She's a joke. She's right. She's a joke to us as well, right?
She actually joined in on the Brexit debate, which is why I brought her up. Congratulations, smart Brits. Good on you for ignoring all the fear-mongering from special interest globalists who aim for that apocalyptic one-world government that dissolves a nation's self-determination and sovereignty. The EU being the one-world government, mini-me. So she said, America can learn an encouraging lesson for this. It's time to dissolve political bands that connect us, our agendas not in our best interest. May UN shackles be next on the chopping block. So she wants out of the UN as well.
But listen, here's the thing. I'll tell you the people we're listening to and the people we're not listening to. Sarah Palin drives a snowmobile and shoots at reindeer. Like, we don't take her seriously at all. I know she gets trotted out and people put her up in front of the microphone and then they're horribly sorry that they ever gave her a microphone, but nobody where I'm from takes her seriously at all. Willy, you're in Texas, right?
Yes.
Anyone take Sarah Palin seriously?
Not really. Texans.
Wait, have you fucked her?
I know a brother that did.
Really?
Okay, this is a story.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
And when I say brother, I meant brother.
Really?
Yeah, he played for the NBA. What was his name? Glenn Rose. His name was Rose. Who? What was his name?
Glenn Rice?
Glenn Rice, yeah. Oh, yeah, she had some sausage and rice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was some ham hock there, too.
Wow. Do you know him?
No, but I saw his picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you do, if he calls you, ask him if I can smell his dick. I mean, he's probably showered, but I think there's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's why you got to bring Willy T with you when you go to the UK, because I thought she was just banging, uptight white dudes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, he thawed that ice up.
Yeah.
In Alaska. Right.
All right, Ivan. Yeah, she's a joke. We don't
Okay,
like
we'll go into something that's more important, something that happened, I think, yesterday. I don't know if you heard about it. A crocodile was spotted prowling London's Docklands. Chris, have we got the photo? There it is.
Wow.
There it is. Onlookers were shocked to spot a large reptile prowling around London Docklands.
Can I say this about crocodiles?
Go on.
Can we just assume they're everywhere until proven otherwise? Because as far as I can tell, there seem to be alligators and or crocodiles and or caiman or something like it. They happen to be everywhere on the planet. Every 10 minutes, some guy's kid gets snatched up by him, and we're all fucking shocked. I'm not shocked. I assume there's 2 in my pool right now. I want to let my kids in the pool. They're everywhere, and I don't need any news reporters explaining to us that they're descendants of dinosaurs. We get it. They look, first off, they don't look like descendants of dinosaurs. They just look like dinosaurs. And let's never be shocked again when one slides up onto the riverbank wherever we are. Yes?
Well, I mean, that's just down the road from here. So this gentleman called Ben said, my colleague thought it might be a dinosaur, but I corrected him that it looked more like a crocodile. Nobody saw Brexit coming, so perhaps there's some sort of prehistoric Nessie-like creature living in the depths or shallows of Millwall Dock. Unfortunately, I don't know if any of you saw this, it actually wasn't an alligator, it was some rope.
Ah, shit.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, there goes my whole fucking
but
speech.
it's too cold here for crocodiles, isn't it?
It probably is a wee bit
Yeah, it's a
cold.
little bit cold.
They're cold-blooded.
And they know you guys would fuck up their names
They
somehow.
but you got the Loch Ness Monster.
The crocodile.
Right.
We probably discovered it.
You got the Loch Ness Monster, right?
We do have the
Alligator.
Right.
Alligator. Alligator. It's just alligator. Alligator. Sorry.
I just want to refresh your memory as to the comment I made last time I was with you. Baseball, the American sport, came from rounders, which is a game predominantly played by girls.
If you're
in the
trying to
UK.
impress me by beating up our American pastime, fucking knock it out of the park, Britt. I don't give a shit about that game. That's the most boring shit in the world. I'm tired of seeing guys sitting on the... I've said this a million times. You go to the sideline, when they go to a break in real football, they go to the sideline. That's right, it's not a popularity contest up here. I'll call it what it is. Real football. They go to the sideline. One guy's sucking on oxygen. The other guy's looking at pictures of the defense so he can lay out the offensive scheme better. You go to baseball and they go to the dugout. One guy's yanking off the other guy. The other guy's made a pyramid out of seed husks up there. The other one's putting the rally hats on. Fuck that. That's a horrible sport. I'm not going to defend baseball. It's boring as shit, and they overcharge for beer.
If you want to watch a proper game for men, watch rugby. If you watch the rugby, you'll see guys with blood.
Rugby is too homoerotic.
It's
It's all these dudes with huge quads going, all right, let's all bump our foreheads and nutsacks together.
You have watched American football.
Even
in
scrum.
Those
Scrum
outfits.
sounds gay, right? What happened? I walked in a bar. There's a scrum going down. I got the fuck out of there.
Yeah. You do watch American football with the tight outfits.
Hey.
And
those guys, first off, those are the greatest athletes in the world. Secondly, you guys in your super tight shorts.
No tight shorts in rugby.
What are they wearing?
They wear normal shorts in rugby.
They're tight. Those quads are filling out those shorts. And they'll get together, and they'll put their foreheads together, and then they drop that misshapen football in the middle of everyone, and everyone's like scrumming around. Nah, that's too homoerotic for me.
Remember the shorts they used to wear in the NBA in the old days? They were like right up to here. Well, that's what the rugby players wear.
No.
Rice
was wearing those.
No.
Rice was wearing those shorts when Palin
exactly.
blew him.
Yeah.
He just pulled it right out.
The football players, English football, they wear tighter shorts.
Well, they couldn't do that to the black players
No,
in the NFL.
they had to.
Their shit, they'd be falling all out. They'd be reaching and pulling them down with their cock.
They had to lengthen the shorts.
Yeah, they had exactly.
Yeah, when Bob Cousy and Jerry West were playing, no problemo with the short shorts.
Exactly.
They even had a belt on the shit. It's like, can't get these any higher. They should have had suspenders, too. But as soon as the brothers start getting in the league,
they had to
lower that.
There.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
By the way,
can you imagine black guys wearing kilts?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
It would look like Mormon skirts. They have to wear it down to their ankles.
But I just had a thought.
Go on.
All right, so you got black folk out here, right?
Yeah, plenty.
All right. You know the Beefeater hat, that big bear hat those guys wear out there? Couldn't you get one brother guarding the palace and we just shape his afro that way? Like just grow it way out like the Kid and Play guy and just shape it into that Beefeater thing? It'd be the greatest tourist thing ever. He'd just be standing out there, his dick dragging on the ground, and people be doing a double take, you know?
They got one. It's a little Scotch black dog, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
A little Scotch terrier.
A terrier.
Yeah, but I still say, I don't know, Ivan, I don't know how much pull you have here.
Well, they actually, where I play tag rugby, they actually have the barracks there, so they come out. Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
I played proper rugby for 13 years. I'm too old. I'm
Tag
too old
rugby.
to play proper rugby now.
We have a version of that in the States. It's called Ultimate Frisbee. It's where we send the pussies who can't play football. Tag rugby. Woo, Bet you get laid dropping that dime around the bars. By the way, here's how Ivan does it with Shauna Lays. Oh, I just got done playing rugby. What's that you said before rugby? Oh, nothing. Rugby. You said something before rugby, didn't you? No, I didn't. Rugby. So you played proper rugby for 13
years. I used to play, yeah. I mean, I played for 13 years.
All right, I believe you. I believe you. And now it's tag rugby.
No, well, I'm myopic. I'm heavily myopic, so if I take off my glasses, I bump into things. So.
Okay. All right.
Sad,
so you're saying if it wasn't for the site, you'd be in the tournament on the tour right now.
What happens is I think you may have did the same thing with American football. I played for school, I played for university, and then I played for a local team outside university, and things suddenly change. They suddenly change. The guys are so much bigger, and suddenly you suffer a lot more.
The audience is getting angry at you, Ivan. We don't give a shit.
We'll move on from the rugby.
Just give us one more story. What do you got?
Chris, can I have the Keanu Reeves photo, please?
What? I was just hanging out with Keanu
I know.
Reeves.
This is one of the reasons I brought it up.
Oh, okay. So I was just at Goodwood, and Keanu Reeves was there, and he was pitching his motorcycles. He's making custom motorcycles. Anyone can afford one. They're only $80,000. And he was there at Goodwood, and we were there at Goodwood, and he literally had... Chris, you probably got some pictures of this somewhere. He had his paddock directly behind... Well, there I am with Keanu in Goodwood. But his motorcycle paddock was right behind me in my Paul Newman car. So we ended up hanging out with Keanu for a little while, which is... he's a good dude. Wow, you got a story? What's the story?
Yes, I have a story. He's obviously in the UK, I think, for Goodwood. He was in the House of Commons. That's the House of Commons. A whole load of MPs grabbed the opportunity to have a selfie with Keanu. And Twitter went into meltdown, calling for Reeves to be put in charge, while another called for him to take over as Prime Minister. He was very popular.
I swear we're now just at the... place, and I think it's just the whole social media stuff where we're just going to have nothing but celebrity dignitaries, presidents, ambassadors. Like it's going to just be we'll split up the Kardashians. Half of them will run our country, the other half will run yours. Like no.
no.
But isn't that the future? It's just all going to be reality shows and celebrities, right? Yes.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah.
Well, oh, by the way. She is in our documentary.
Oh, that's right. Caitlyn.
That's no joke, folks.
Oh, okay. So yes, Caitlyn Jenner used to be Bruce Jenner, and Bruce Jenner used to do some racing.
And we nearly got in a fist fight in Portland, Oregon, 1987.
Really?
Yes.
You don't punch Bruce Jenner because you'll feel the cold sting of a purse come right across.
Oh, yeah, it was...
the cold sting of that hand-tooled leather come right across your right side. Tell us about almost getting into a fist fight with now Caitlyn Jenner.
It happened after a race. His partner was Scott Pruitt, was his partner.
Scott Pruitt, race car driver.
They were driving a 3-hour race against me, and I did the whole race. They split it up, and after the race... Actually, during the race, Pruitt hit me and knocked me out of the race.
Were you driving like Trans Am?
Yeah, that was in IMSA, and I was racing for Gurney.
Right.
And I had a lead. Pruitt had a flat tire, and I had a lap and a half lead on him. And when he came out of the pits from changing the tire, he came out right behind me. Well, 2 laps later, he hit me and spun me out and knocked me out of the race. And I ended up getting the car fixed, and I finished third. It took him out. So after the race was over, I came in, changed my driver's suit. Gurney says, don't go down there, don't say anything, which I didn't. 2 hours later, I'm walking through the parking lot with my bag on my shoulder to go to the airport. Lord and behold, driving through the parking lot was Bruce Jenner and Scott Pruitt in their rental car coming right at me. So I just stopped right in front of him, and I went around to the passenger side and had a little word with Pruitt. With my
Bruce was driving.
Yeah, Bruce was driving.
Oh, you don't let the ladies drive.
So, yeah. So I was inside in the car, and Bruce was driving away, and my feet were dangling out. And so I finally got out of the car, and then he stopped and got out.
So Bruce got out of the car.
He came out of the car like he was going to get me.
Did he get you?
No, I told him, I said, look, you throw spears, don't you? I said, I'll have one up your ass sideways.
Oh, jeez, I thought he said you threw spears.
No,
That would be offensive.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
No, he throws spears.
In the
No,
Olympics.
it's a javelin.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay. But you got to be careful,
And
Willy.
I told him, I said, he'll be...
Very careful.
I said, you'll eat Wheaties through a straw. So, he got back in the car, and I got
So
suspended.
you threatened Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner, but are you going to be able to get Caitlyn for our documentary?
We're not in love with each other.
Okay,
We could be now.
Why don't you... Yeah, you might have to throw a little...
Hey.
Yeah, tell Bill to call Caitlyn and we'll set up an interview. I'm sorry, Ivan. One more. What do you got here?
Oh, sorry.
I know. I gave you one more.
Sorry.
Go.
Okay.
Yes.
I do apologize. Have you actually been on the underground here?
No, we were talking about taking it from the airport because everyone's talking about how bad the traffic is going to be if we drove from the airport. But then everyone said, you got all your luggage and bags and everything, and it's all sweaty and it's too steamy and all that kind of shit. So we just sat in traffic all the way here.
Yeah, I was telling Chris, don't get in the car.
Yeah, you told Chris not to get in the car.
Don't get in the car.
I said we should take it, but why?
Because the Heathrow Express is very fast.
Okay. And is that your nickname for tag rugby? Here comes the Heathrow Express. Everyone step aside. All right, I didn't come up, bring you up on stage to be lectured. You have a story about the tunnel?
I'm sorry. Okay, so some of you may or may not be familiar with the debacle surrounding Top Gear. I don't know if any of you've seen the recent announcement from I've forgotten what they've called it now. The Grand Tour. Mm-hmm. They've announced their new logo.
This is the
Jeremy Clarkson.
This is the Top Gear that's going to Amazon or going to
to Amazon. Yes.
Right. Okay, so they're doing their own thing.
They've announced their new logo.
So that's it.
That's it.
It's called the Grand Tour.
It's called the Grand Tour.
There's no better podcasting than just showing a logo to the million people. Everyone go online and look up this Grand Tour. And when is that show going to start?
In the autumn, which you rather bizarrely call fall.
Oh, boy. You know what, Ivan? You were so contrite when you came to my studio, and I didn't know it was an away game for you, and you're minding your best, you're on your best behavior. But as soon as we cross the pond and land on your home rugby field, you come out here all puffed up, talking shit, disrespecting Willy T. Ribs up here.
I didn't
boring us
disrespect
with
Willy.
stories of meaning your stories about playing fake football 20 years ago and how glaucoma stopped you from turning professional. Where's the old Ivan? Oh, I'm a big fan. We're here from the UK. Could we just watch for a spot? What happened to that, Ivan?
Apologies, I got a bit of American in me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Nobody hates Uncle Sam more than Aunt Ivan over here.
But I would just want to say, if you do go on the underground, don't forget to stand on the left-hand side.
Oh,
Whatever
really?
you do, stand on the left-hand side.
Because is this like how we pass the dochi, or how's this work?
No, actually, if you do stand on the left-hand side, you'll probably get an umbrella shoved up your ass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. And then opened or just up the ass? Because I can handle an umbrella.
You normally have to wear a sign on your back indicating your preference.
Okay, because I have had the umbrella before. The behind is incredibly durable, Willie. And it's still intact. But the umbrella, I don't mind. It's tapered, it's narrow, it works quite nicely. But once it opens, that's a completely different ass-related situation there. Why the left side? What's wrong with the left side?
We're asked to stand on the right, so people traveling who want to walk or run up the escalators run on the left-hand side.
Well, I just got done driving all through the English countryside with Mike August, the world's ugliest American, driving a rental van to Goodwood. So not only were we going on the wrong side, we were driving into oncoming traffic. We went down a one-way street. Chris, what did Mike say to the poor woman who was crossing in front of us when we crossed in front of her going down the wrong direction on a one-way street?
He was like, gotta go. And then right after he passes, he yells, World War back-to-back champs.
As we plummeted toward our death. He pissed off every single person who drove in the UK in about a 4-day period because it's really fucking hard. The weirdest thing is when you're used to everyone being on the left side, it's crazy when I was sitting in the back of this rental van, and you just start to forget, and then at a certain point, someone from the left side, meaning Dawson, who's riding shotgun, reaches his hand back and yells, "Someone give me a beer!" And I'm like, "Hey, you're driving." Oh no, he's driving the car. I could never wrap my mind around it. Willie, you must have had to drive right-hand side cars, right?
I did. And, but you made a mistake when you're out on the road, because just look in the mirror and you'll see someone doing this.
The peace sign.
When I first got here, I thought he was just being nice. I thought it was peace.
Just giving the peace sign.
When I first, in 21 years old, and I was doing it back. I mean, I was, I was doing it back, and the look on their face didn't match what I was doing.
Yeah.
And they told me, what a difference between this side,
forward hand,
and that
backhand.
From victory to
fuck you.
I mean, that's a big deal, man.
Well, I feel like you learned more about life than you did about driving when you came over here at 21.
Crumpet.
That's what you have with the tea there? That's the biscuit?
Just depends.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A bit of crumpet could mean something you eat that walks.
Ivan, is this
something
corroborate this?
It is true. It is true.
Yeah.
So a lot of these words came out of the war era, and they used to write, and someone may be able to help me with some of these. People used to write little acronyms on the back of envelopes. They used to post off from the front. And Swalk was one, sealed with a loving kiss. Norwich is my favourite, which is knickers off ready when I come home.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if anyone knows of any other that were written on the back of letters, but those are the classic two.
When you get home to your wife, just say, "Darling, I want a bit of crumpet tonight."
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on. Now, crumpet is the woman. It's not, nookie would be sex. Crumpet is more a description of a sexual woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the West Indian
So you don't
guy
say, "I want a
told
bit
me
of crumpet."
It was.
So crumpet. There's a bit of crumpet there. It's a bit of skirt. You would say.
I'm going to fuck it up and call her a strumpet.
That's interchangeable.
Hey, cunt, you burned the lasagna. All right, put your hands together for Ivan over here. And Willie, I don't have your card up here. Other than the documentary we're making, where do we send people if they want to follow you on Twitter or check you out or whatever you're up to next? Facebook.
Yep, Facebook.
And we'll be talking real soon because keep an eye out for the documentary.
You're the one that's going to interview Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's it called? What's the documentary called?
Uppity. That's it for now.
Willie T. Ribs, everybody. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Ivan and Willie T. saying mahalo.
Follow Adam Carolla on Twitter at Adam Carolla. Follow the show on Twitter at Adam Carolla Show. Live shows coming up in Las Vegas, Boston, Connecticut, and all over the world. Get your tickets now at adamcarolla.com.